All right, we want to bring back in our panel of political experts to digest and dissect exactly what's taken place tonight. And we're going to begin with political strategist Rina Shah. Rina, it is now projected that Democrat Mikey Sherrill has won the race for New Jersey governor. Another big win tonight for Democrats. Really all over the map are winning. How should Republicans look at these results?
Well, I think one thing at play here is that we had in Jack Ciattarelli another flawed candidate, and for different reasons than what we saw with Winsome Sears in Virginia. Ciattarelli was a perennial candidate known to the Republicans of the state and not particularly well liked, not particularly authentic, and I don't think was able to meet the moment in terms of addressing the cost of living issues. New Jersey is a very complicated state. I've served a member of Congress previously who was a Republican from the northern part of the state. They've got a lot going on there in the municipalities and townships. I think with Mikey Sherrill, what she was able to do, she had some likability issues, I must add. I think she was able to, again, galvanize that sentiment that was happening right over the Hudson there in New York and say to people that the Republicans are making your life worse. The Republicans have not made it better as they would promise. Take a chance on me. And the funny bit of trivia is that she and Abigail Spanberger were once roommates. And now they both will be leading these two big states in a way that I don't know that Republicans really quite expected. I think they expected to cast both these women as one and the same vanilla Democrats. But what Republicans weren't able to do here was to look inward and say, we don't have particularly the best fresh-faced candidates up against both of these two very, I think, capable and qualified Democrats that really genuinely give off that moderate vibe.
Yeah, and they're probably going to have to do a lot of Monday morning quarterbacking looking at how they ran this race. Good points there. Michael Negron is Senior Fellow for Economic Opportunity at the Center for American Progress. So, Michael, some might say, okay, look, you had Democrats, they're winning in blue states, shouldn't be a big shock, but there is nuance there. What is your biggest takeaway from these results?
I think it just shows how Americans are concerned about affordability. And again, the reason that these really blue results should, and I'm sorry for being corny, but should make the Republicans in the White House feel blue is because it was just a year ago that they themselves were elected to bring the cost of living down. And here we are only 1 year removed, and inflation has remained around 3%. We know that the effects of tariffs will worsen. Goldman Sachs released an analysis that found that only about a fifth of the cost of tariffs are being borne by consumers, but they expect that to increase to more than half. So we can expect more price impacts. The price of coffee is at an all-time high. The price of beef is at an all-time high. The price of appliances and used cars and trucks, toys, electricity, gas, all up. And this is, again, is a president who said he would bring prices down on day one, and instead he has implemented policies that have had the opposite effect, and people know it. People know it. It's showing up in the polling. A recent CNN poll found that 72% of Americans believe that the economy is in poor shape. An NBC poll found that 2/3 of voters believe that the president is ignoring the cost of living. And so he's really reaping what he has sowed here. And unfortunately, the Republicans are the ones who've been eating the consequences in this election. And it really is a harbinger of the elections next year.
Well, and when you do look at the numbers, especially the statistics that show the number of people who are living paycheck to paycheck, the timing's very difficult for the party in power. And right now, that is Republicans, whether it's by default or design, they are going to suffer some electoral consequences. We're seeing that tonight. Stephen Farnsworth, political science professor at the University of Mary Washington. It looks as if voters have overlooked the Jay Jones violent text message scandal, just one of two October surprises for him, really, to go ahead and still elect him Attorney General. Does this say anything, do you think, about the mindset of voters who may be a little more used to hearing politicians say and do things that once upon a time, maybe 5, 10, 15 years ago, would have been disqualifying?
Yes, I think that one of the things we appreciate now is that it is not clear what is disqualifying. And so when we look at politicians today, we seem very willing to forgive people on our political side and very willing to attack people on the other political side, even if they haven't done something that is comparable to what has occurred on our own side. It's very, very partisan, the choices that voters are making, and it's very, very intense. And so no matter what you see on your side, you seem inclined to forgive it. It's true for Republicans and President Trump. It's true for Democrats and Jay Jones. We're all perhaps a bit worse off when politicians are allowed to be less and less acceptable.
Yeah, a lot to digest, that's for sure. Stephen Farnsworth, thank you for your insight, and the rest of the panel as well. We're going to take a quick break here, but 7 News special election coverage will continue right after this.